This was the scene which became a familiar one over the past several years. Kobe and Gigi courtside here in Brooklyn back on December the 21st.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please join us as we observe a moment of silence in honor of those who we lost this past Sunday. Thank you, Kobe.
Matchup in the middle going to be pivotal tonight. Both of those guys, Allen and Drummond, had 20-point games in that game on Saturday in Detroit. Irving, Allen inside, dunks it home.
And that's the one thing when you talk about chemistry.
I was talking about the success that he's had against Brooklyn. In 4 of the last 5 games against the Nets, he's had more than 20 points and 20 rebounds as Irving hits the 3. That's all-star type material.
They are all-star type numbers, and especially in a day and age where it's very, very difficult for big men, traditional big men in this league, because so many guys are stretch and just roll guys.
Kyrie left it a little bit short, got his own rebound back. Irving inside. Kyrie Irving playing with a lot of energy here in the first quarter. Those 2 games that he played in this season sat out pretty much the next 2 months and just recently came back after missing about 35 games. Kyrie with a nice show and go.
Van Fleet, and then you put them in playoff moments, and these guys learn to excel because they've been in pressure moments on lower stages.
Irving, boy, he was determined, Richard, to get that one up and off and in against Brown. Irving up to Temple. You see that huge bandage over his left eye. Kyrie! Butter! Timeout, Detroit.
It's almost like somebody said Kyrie needed to start being more aggressive.
Irving with 6 on the shot clock. Kyrie pumped the brakes. And boy, and Brooklyn gonna have numbers coming back the other way. 5 on 4. Irving, quick catch and shoot Prince. Kyrie for the putback. 8-second violations and 24-second violations during games as a tribute to Kobe Bryant. It really is hard to overstate the global gravity of Kobe Bryant. Born in Italy, salutes to him in the Philippines, in countries in Europe, Italy, Spain, all over the globe. You can see it on social media. It really is bigger than just us here in the United States.
It's going to be tough because they're going to be slotted in that 8 or 7 spot. I think it's going to be tough for them to get to 6. So when you look at it, you're going to want to be, all hands on deck. I think Milwaukee's pretty untouchable, but I think after that, a very healthy Brooklyn team that's playing well could cause problems for any team that's in that 2 or 3 spot.
Final score 125-115. Kyrie Irving finishing with 20 points.
First things first, Kyrie, I'm going to ask you, are you willing to share on your friend Kobe Bryant?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
but let's first talk about the game, okay? And we saw you and Spencer hug as you were coming off it, and you 2 guys dominated tonight for your team. What's it like getting that production from Spencer specifically off the bench?
It's big time. When you're a basketball player and you're able to make the right plays and play at a high intensity level and really come out and make an impact on the game, doesn't matter if you're starting or coming off the bench. We've seen special guys do that. We're still finding what our team identity looks like, and that's a good thing for us. It's a test every single night, but I'm glad we came out and handled business. It's a good win.
And obviously it was an emotional win. We saw pregame. You had some clear emotions.
Yeah.
What do you want to share about Kobe Bryant, who we all know you had a very deep connection to?
Trying to keep my emotions together. I mean, you gotta understand it. Just his family and his friends, and just it's just hard to even just conjure up the words. You know, you try to find clear-cut message that you would send to Gigi and Kobe and everybody that lost their lives in such a tragedy like that. It's hard, you know, it's hard, but I've been trying to do this the last few days, just trying to get ready for a moment like this, but I just got to let it be, let it flow, and, you know, I know he's down watching as well as Gigi, as well as the young ball players that were on the plane as well. I was just with them at the Mamba Academy, working out with them in the summertime as well, those young girls losing their lives. So it's heartbreaking for all of us, but I'm not the only one dealing with something. So I think the most beautiful thing is that it's connecting all of us, and his seeds that he's planted in all of us could continue to grow, and his legacy is going to live on forever, obviously, but that man was a philosopher, he was a teacher. You know, he left so many great things here for us to follow, and I'm just going to continue to carry the torch, you know.
Nothing is easy about this week, and specifically having to make those comments after this win.
Yeah.
I think your words are going to comfort a lot of people, so thank you for taking the time.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you.
Mark.
A poignant night on so many different fronts as the Brooklyn Nets